Welcome to Roll Credits. Today we rolling credits on 1995's Friday, produced by Ice Cube. Pretty much just doing a deep dive. Thanks everybody for watching and tuning in and supporting. So first we're gonna start off. We got a list of who your favorite character is and why. All right, I'm gonna start with me. My favorite character would be what I feel like is probably going to be everybody's favorite character, which is going to be Smokey. Everybody's favorite character, most iconic, one of the most iconic roles I feel in movie history.
What's up, big worm?
But that's me. My favorite character is Smokey. How about you?
I would say my favorite character is Debbie, actually.
Correct, sister?
No, that's Dana. Debbie, Craig's crush.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
I don't know. She thorough. Like, she's completely thorough. I think that's why.
Now, she's definitely real cool in that movie. Like, she seems very cool, very well put together compared to every single other character in that movie.
Facts.
I never realized. All right, so who's your least favorite character? I'm gonna start with mine. All right. So although my favorite character is Smokey, my least favorite character is also Smokey because I didn't peep as a kid, but as an adult, I realized Smokey is a terrible friend, bro. Like, he's literally a terrible friend.
Low-key.
Because, like, he got him into stuff with Big Worm. He ain't helping.
Playing with my money is like playing with my emotion.
When Debo beat him up.
Right.
What else? He shot his shot at Craig's sister. He peer pressured him into smoking weed. Like, it's so many things that Smokey did that just are signs of terrible friends. Like, no. Smokey's my least. Hanging out with Lil Chris and Debo. And they supposed to be the ops in that movie. But, yeah, so although he's my favorite character, he's also my least favorite character. And that's why. Who's your favorite character and why?
My least, you mean?
No. Oh, yeah, who's your
my
least
favorite, obviously, I feel like everybody's least favorite is Debo. Only because he's just a big-ass bully. Like, he's a huge bully, and that's annoying.
Yo, it's hilarious because when you watch that movie with, like, a critiquing eye, he had no reason to do anything he did.
Literally, he just pulled up.
He just did it just because.
Let me get your stuff.
He just walked up on him like at least 3 times, I think, on the porch. Just walked up on them to take their stuff.
All in the same day, though.
All in the same 3 times. I think it was 3 times, maybe 2 or 3 times. Walked up on their porch just to take their stuff. He ain't come there to talk. He ain't come there to hang out. He just came there to say, "Give me y'all stuff."
Yep.
What you got on my 40, homie? Like,
he said,
and then, like,
I want yours.
And then his face cracks me up because there's nothing behind his eyes. It's like he's an empty shell just walking around gathering things from everybody in the hood. And I never realized until I seen the extended version that he was sleeping in the garage with a bunch of stuff all around him. Like, if y'all watch the extended version, they'll have Debo sleeping and he's in the garage and there's just a bunch of random stuff. The thing I noticed, the rims, I'm like, why he in the garage? Sleeping in the garage, got a bunch of stuff around him, and it's just a set of rims right there. Like, I'm just like, what the heck? And it's funny, though, but, that's your least favorite person, right? All right. How do you feel about this movie, and what do you think of this movie?
Whew.
Me, I like this movie from the first time I saw it. Like, hands down, like, I was like, this is going to be one of my favorite movies, because, like, they did what they were supposed to do, understood the assignment, however you want to play it. It was a good movie. Every role in that movie was iconic. Every single one, from Craig to Debo to Smokey to Ezell to Bernie Mac to Craig's dad, Felicia, Deb, every Big Worm, every single person from that movie, their role has been iconic, and you can't talk to anybody about Friday that don't feel the same way. Like, every single role in that movie was iconic. What do you think? Sorry, guys.
You're good. You see, the way I answered that was not the way you answered.
No, just go with the
I
answer.
thought the movie's lit, but I think Craig should have shot Debo in the foot.
In the foot?
In the foot. Because he wasn't able to shoot him. But he could have shot him in all, he got choked out on the car. He knocked out with him. He should have shot him in the foot. It'd have been so much easier. He wouldn't have went to jail. Because it's not assault. Like, it's not attempted murder. It's just, shot in the foot. Lose a toe or something. That's it. Ain't that too crazy?
You know you still go to jail for shooting people in the feet, right? You go to jail for shooting people at all. You gotta plead your case to the point where it's like you had to do this.
I had to shoot him in the foot because he was trying to kill me. Boom.
He wasn't trying to kill
Craig?
him. He was just beating the shit out of him.
Exactly, trying to kill him. That's attempted murder.
You're right. You gotta get there. I'm not gonna
He was
lie.
beating him up bad. He's getting him down bad. Doing the dang thing.
Yo, he really was whooping him. Smokey sat there and did nothing like a real friend.
Like a.
No.
Nah, the part. See, that's where I like Debbie too, though. Debbie was the only one to run when Craig was on the ground. Even the mom waited forever just to try to get to him.
I didn't even think about
Debbie
that.
was the first one to go pick him up.
This is not really on topic, but you know what's funny? On next Friday, Debo's only purpose for breaking out of jail was to beat Craig up. The only reason, and it's crazy because it was the next Friday, so he spent a week in jail, broke out, literally, whole purpose of breaking out of jail was to beat Craig up because Craig beat him up.
Vendetta.
Yo,
For a
who
week.
breaks out of jail to beat somebody up?
You go
Like
right back to jail.
that's crazy. Yo, that's funny as crap. You know Nate put me on to that. He's like, Debo broke out of jail only to beat Craig up a week later.
That's wild.
I'm like, yo, I never thought about that. So what's something you can go without?
Woo.
Like something in this movie that you're just like, this didn't need to be here. I feel like we might have the same one.
I'm not.
So mine is Smokey taking a shit in the yard.
Smokey, you know I ain't the smartest man in the world, but from over here, it look like you taking a shit. Ezel, get the hell out of that car, man. Oh, get it like...
Yeah.
I feel like that was like, it was unnecessary. Like it might have been funny because of Ezel, but without Ezel, even with him, I'm just like, I don't like that part. Like it never sits right with me.
If you took it out the movie, it wouldn't matter. It wouldn't change nothing.
I don't think it would make
that little
any
bit of
difference.
laugh.
Exactly.
Yeah, that's pretty much mine. Cause mine, there was nothing else that you could take out really.
Yeah, I thought so. I figured we had the same one.
I was thinking in the bathroom, but they needed that one in there. So.
Yeah. So here's something I thought of when I last watched it. So in the beginning, when Smokey went up to Craig and he's like, what you gonna do or whatever? He's like, it was gonna smoke you. Yeah. He's like, well, what? And he pulled out the gun on him?
Yeah.
So when he left Craig's yard, how did Big Worm know Smokey was coming out of Craig's yard? He pulled up the moment Smokey walked out of Craig's yard. And I'm just thinking, like, and later on you realize Craig was supposed to be at work at that time. So if Worm just knew that they hang out there, Craig was at work. Smokey should not have been there if he just wasn't just pulling up on a random. So you telling me Smokey pulled up on a random when he thought Craig was at work? Wait, now that I think about it, why did he go in Craig's window if he thought Craig was at work?
But a little bit later, he said he was trying to catch him before work to tell him about the red situation.
Oh, okay, yeah, all right. Cool,
but that still don't make sense why Big Worm know.
Like, it doesn't make sense. How did Big Worm, not really, not directly, across the street is Miss Parker.
Oh yeah.
So Smokey lived a little bit down the street from Craig.
Oh yeah, so I don't know.
Yeah, that I never, like, it's movie logic, but it's like, how did he pull up on Smokey? How did he know at that moment Smokey was coming out of Craig's yard? Like, that's too much. What you got? You got any random questions for the movie?
I think I do actually. Probably not a random question. Oh no, it was like a random type John. Like when he said use water for your cereal, and I'm like, yo, did anybody else try that? Cause I tried it.
I've never tried it. It's terrible.
It just tastes like wet cereal. No, no type of like the milk definitely adds flavor. Cause put it in water, you got dry cereal but wet.
Now,
it's just soggy wet cereal.
Now, the only logic I get when it comes to that is if you don't got enough milk, add a little bit of water to make it work.
See, I didn't do that. I use straight water. We're not gonna talk about that now.
Yeah, I don't know.
I use straight water.
Nah, that's wild. But hey, look, you live and you learn, right?
What?
I don't have anything I would add to the movie. Do you have something you would add to Friday?
Yeah.
What would you want to add?
The part, you know how they said that Red watched them get choked out in the backyard?
Oh.
The flashback to that.
Yo, that would have been
fire. I swore it was
fire.
going to flashback because it flashback to everything else but that.
You know what? I'm adding that to my list.
See?
If it was to add anything to Friday, the situation when when Debo tried to choke Craig out in Smoke backyard.
Yep.
That would have probably been a good scene. I ain't gonna hold
See?
you.
That was like, there's no flashback? Oh, nah. We're going to put that down right now.
Alright, cool. Alright, so what would you say, for you, your opinion, is the funniest scene in the movie? For me, it's when Mr. Jones, Craig's dad, was grinding him up in the kitchen about eating everything.
Nah, because the extended version had so
The
much
extended
more.
version had a whole lot more than the theatrical version. But even with the theatrical version, I still would call that my favorite. Not my favorite, but the funniest scene in the whole movie is when Mr. Jones was coming at Craig for eating everything in the refrigerator.
Roasting the hell out of him.
Roasting him.
Nah, I
And
think
Craig was just sitting there looking mad because he knew he couldn't
That's
respond. Alright, yeah. So what would you say to you is the funniest scene in the movie or moment?
the funniest moment in the movie is when they see Janet get out of the car.
Oh my god.
Because Smokey was like,
Yo, he was so
looking
mad.
under the stomach and everything. Like,
He was
I know
so
you ain't just looking under
mad.
her stomach.
Yo, when I tell you that was the original catfish right there. That's where it started. That's where all the catfishes started.
And Craig's face was like, the disgusted. No, ain't no way. Ain't no way they just let that slide. Just came at that girl like that.
Craig mom was just like, ooh, she's a
She
big
big
one.
one.
Yo, that's crazy.
Ridiculous.
Yo, that's fun. That was a good one too. But I'm taking the kitchen conversation over that, right?
Roast session.
All right. My unpopular opinion, I kind of voiced it earlier. I got an unpopular opinion about this movie, and it's that Smokey's not a good friend, and he's not a good person. He does a lot of bad things and gets people involved in stuff that they don't need to be involved in at all, trying to get himself out of trouble. And I don't like that. You shouldn't do that to your friends. You shouldn't put your friends in compromising positions like that. And you shouldn't be shooting your shot at your friends' sisters and all that. Do you have any unpopular opinions that you would put towards this movie?
I didn't have any, honestly. But one thought in my head was weird. Well, I guess I don't know if it's an unpopular opinion, just an opinion. Is that Debo and Felicia being together seemed like it was like the perfect couple for some reason. Because they both, because like it's not him beating her up.
I understand.
Because they both like are like the, I guess the underdogs of the, not the underdogs of the movie, but like Debo is just
like
slow
lost.
and
They're
gone.
both like lost.
Yeah, it's like they not put together as everybody else in the movie.
Mm-hmm.
So it's just them two, like, cause even Ezel is like he got his own little.
Like it's kind of like they know who they are. All the characters know who they are. Craig know who he is. Smokey know who he is. Debo and Felicia are kind of like lost.
Yeah.
They didn't find themselves yet. Oh, I get that. Especially at the ages they supposed to be in that movie, like like late teens, early 20s. I can understand people not knowing who they are at those times.
Yeah.
So I get what you're saying, and then those people find each other because everybody else know what they doing.
Yep.
Gotcha. I can agree with that 100%. So what's something you notice later in life after watching that movie that you didn't notice originally? Now, for me, it would be the Smokey hanging out with Debo and little Chris is in the background hanging out with them as well. Now, I feel like yours is going to be what I noticed.
Yeah.
What I noticed originally when I was a kid, but I never really understood it. But I always seen that. I'm not going to give it away because I want you to give it away because I know you have the same one because we talked about it. But I'm like, I saw this when I was a kid. And I grew up and realized nobody else saw that but me. I'm like, yo, what? Okay. All right. So what is you didn't realize this until you was an older situation?
I got a few, and you was pointing them out in the movie, and I'm like, I did not see these, and I just seen them. But the one.
Oh, hold on, before you go. Also, I guess it's just an extended version. When they're going through the pictures in Craig's house, Mr. Jones is in there with boxing gear on, like he was a boxer or something. I just wanted to point that out, because I noticed that the last watch I did. But go ahead.
It was the dude laying in the bed when Joy was on the phone with Craig.
Hello?
Who the fuck you go to the show with last night?
I didn't go to the show last night.
You ain't got to lie, Craig. Craig, you ain't got to lie.
That one.
Yeah.
I seen that when I was a little kid, and I thought everybody else peaked, but nobody did.
No,
And
I
as I
never
grew
seen
up-
it until this now.
Yeah,
just
as I
this
grew
one.
up, I started people would tell me, "There's a guy right there laying in her bed." I'm just like, y'all didn't see that?
No.
I knew that since the first
No.
time I saw it.
No.
Yeah, that's funny.
And
You
my
got more?
other one was the pick a Craig in the back on her bed.
Oh yeah, I did.
I'm like, you got a whole dude right there with Craig
when
right
she's
there,
on
like.
when she on the phone cursing out Craig with the phone in her
Yeah.
bed. She got a picture frame with Craig in it right in the background. That's funny.
And I got one more. The last one was
Alright.
Smokey's lizard living in the place with all weed plants.
Yo, he definitely had the lizard in the cage with weed plants. Like, I don't know if the weed plants was real. They looked real. But your lizard not surviving in the cage with weed plants, bro. They gonna die.
Supposed to be in real leaves.
Yeah,
Well, I mean, they real
facts.
leaves, but like, you know.
All right. So who do you think is the real villain in Friday? Me, I'm gonna go ahead and say it. The obvious villain is Debo, right? Everybody know that. But he's just a neighborhood bully. He's always the neighborhood bully. The next obvious villain is Worm. But Worm wasn't really a villain. He was just a drug dealer trying to get his money back
Yep.
or get it back in blood. You know what I'm saying? That's what's Worm. Me, the real villain of Friday, Smokey. I think Smokey was the real villain. He was the person that caused every single problem in the movie except for
The smoke, dog. Hey, who's that?
It ain't them niggas that act hard. It's the
for the Debo fight. He caused all the problems that happened to him and Craig.
I gotta agree with that one. I gotta agree with that one because there was no other way to. I don't know. Everybody else was just the same victims of the same people, so nobody else was a villain.
Mm-hmm.
But Smokey had his little mental intentions in the back. It seemed like.
Yeah, he definitely did. But yeah, all right. So, last and final question I want to touch on: who car was better, Hector's or Big Worm's? Who car? Leave in the comments. All right, who car you think was better on Friday? Hector's car, his low rider, or Big Worm's low rider? Me personally, I like Worm car way better than I like Hector's. That joint was nice. What you think?
If you put Worm's car with Hector's rims, I think it'd work. Cause Hector's rims was the yellow Worm's car.
The rims was nice.
Yeah, but
got you.
Yeah, I like Worm's car better.
Yeah, I
Hector's
agree
just
with
seemed
that.
a little too chill.
Okay.
Worms was like a little out there, and I like the color better.
Nah, that joint was fire.
I like the color better.
Yeah, but yeah, that was Ice Cube's 1995 Friday. This was our roll credits on it. Thank you everybody that watched. I'm gonna encourage y'all to subscribe if y'all liked it. Like it as well. Leave a comment. Who car is better, Big Worms
Subscribe.
or Hector's?
Hector's.
Thank y'all. Have a good night. Love y'all.
Peace.